Hey guys, Friday morning. This is Wilhe Lubemall here. I play out as Willie and Dove. I do a little sample package today. I was Coupe de Ville frontman for years around Westminster. Played quite a few other places and stuff, but so I was a harp player, harmonica, and you may remember me, you may not. I've been out of the loop for a little bit. But anyway, so we're doing a show here. I'm going to combine this. We're doing some YouTube stuff. And, you know, so I did the Troy show for a long time. The, hey, Aren't I Cute and Special show kind of changed things up a lot, like 180 degrees. I took and took. It's time to give back. I'm a little concerned, a lot of concerned, about our community situation here. Speaking of Westminster, I like it here. I like the people here, my neighborhood. I like this place. Things are happening, guys, that we're missing. Everybody's busy with work. Everybody's busy with their own lives, and stuff's happening right in front of us that we're not paying attention to. So anyway, I brought a guitar player with me today. He's gonna do a backup for it. You might recognize him, and he's gonna give me something to roll with. So we'll work with that. So without any further ado, let's get rolling here.
Will.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
There you go. It's good. Things are going on right in front of our eyes. Things are going on right outside. I'm telling you, crazy stuff like chemtrails. Just look up, go outside, look up. I'm telling you, it's going on outside. You're not gonna believe it. Get in the car and go for a ride. Hey, look on the telephone poles. What's going on right outside? Hey, this new stuff they can pump out. What are they gonna pump out on us anyway? I'm serious. On top of telephone poles, look and see what's up. You might want to know. I'm saying you might want to know. I think it matters which way we go. You want to be controlled all your freedom, every bit, the rest of it. How much we got left? You think I'm joking? Go out and look outside. All it takes is a little ride, brother. Hey, he's cool, you gotta admit. Thank you, brother, cause thank you. Thank you, Willie. Wait, who, you did that wrong. Anyway, guys, like, I'm totally serious. Pictures to prove it, all that stuff. So I was walking back from my little journey this morning, right? A journey up the hill. Anyway, I've been noticing that every morning at sun up. Now we're in the area. We got what, BWI, and down the road we got Westminster's got a airport here, little kind of a smaller one, but a suitable one. I think they've put down. I've seen them put down some pretty good sized jets. I mean, like the big ones are. They're not putting any 47s down, or 747s. You know what I'm saying? But they're putting down private ones, you know. Some. Now we haven't. Willie and Dove has not been traveling that way from show to show yet. We do not have it on forecast, but let's keep all things possible. But anyway, on the serious side of things, okay, so it's obvious, you all know this, right, that you can look up and they're like spraying the, I'm not saying I know what's coming out of the back of it. Now, I'm not talking contrails, I'm talking chemtrails. And really, if you're not aware of this now, it's, why haven't you like looked up, and do you ever look up? Okay, so I'm not trying to be smart. I know better than anybody else by any means. I do look up from time to time. That's the only difference. Well, actually, quite a bit now. I'm kind of known for the guy that stares at the sky. So I don't know, you know, how that's working for me on a social level. Well, actually, I got some ideas. Anyhow, let's get back to what we're talking about. There is a lot going on up there that if you're not aware of, yeah, so it's not contrails. There's a big difference. Contrails, chemtrails, right? So if I'm saying chemtrail, I am talking about assuming that there's some chemical spray or whatever they're doing. They might be doing something with the ionosphere, right? Maybe HARP. You ever heard of HARP? Maybe they're doing something with weather modification. Maybe they're seeding the clouds. They're going to make it rain for like the people that are in a drought or something like that. However, what's important to know is it, in fact, is happening right above your head, straight up, right there, literally, actually, documentably, you like that one? And factually. I'm going with big words today. You can, yeah, sometimes you can actually see them crisscross the sky like a mathematical production to get the best dispersion rate, and so like they're checkerboard in the sky. Now you know with the commercial flight patterns, right? We would imagine, and we could talk to any pilot about this, we'd imagine that because of their wonderful computers on board and the GPS systems, I mean, this technology is way up there. So these guys, if they're flying a commercial plane for a specific pattern, say they're going to Denver, and it's not a big weather system up there that day, a regular flight would follow one after the other, just like you're going down a highway, down a road map, like if you were on Earth, you'd follow the road. Well, they don't deviate. You know, if there's not a bunch of weather or something like that, they don't deviate off course. But I mean, they're within hundreds of yards, literally, of following the same path. And when you think about it for just a second, they're conserving fuel. I mean, they got it down to a science. They're not dummies, you know, by any means. These guys are a lot of talent. Well, they got a lot of money invested in it, and they do conserve as much as they can. You know, they try to give us those good prices, right? Well, they can't afford to be wasting a lot of fuel. In fact, the pilots can't like dip down and give you a better view or circle back, let you see the topless foot. No, anyway. But you know what I'm saying? They stick to them. Well, if you look up at these are not following that path. They're not. It's not happening that way. In fact, one may be over here, one may be over here, but from the ground you could tell they're within 1,000 feet of each other as far as elevation goes, right? You can tell that there's not a big difference in weather situation up there, and but yet one guy's leaving a trail, chemtrail, and another guy's not, and they're both up there, and you're like, okay, so why, how's that working like that? Well, I don't know, but it is like that. It's actually exactly like that. So anyway, so you can see now like this morning, I went out, I check it out daily, right? And man, I'll bet you I saw 35, 40 planes within, I don't know, 10 minutes. And not on the same path. Now, I was in the military. I was, I was in artillery. I was accustomed to, well, that makes it sound like I really was, well, I really was in artillery. I didn't know a lot about planes. I watched some history channels. But you know what I'm saying? They have these formations that they fly in. Like if they're bombing or whatever, running bombing runs, until they get there, they travel in these formations. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to get to. Well, these aren't flying in formation. They're not. It's more like an air show, unannounced, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking about planes coming like this and crossing. Now these are big jets. These are big. They look like commercial planes. Okay, so I don't know if they're military. My equipment doesn't zoom in quite enough to like read the nomenclature on the sides. But I can tell you this.